What's good, shooter crew? Smooth gang. You already know what it is when you see my face up on the screen, right? Yeah, story time for that ass. It's your boy Mr. Smooth 152. What's up with y'all? I know it's been a minute. Know what I mean? Had to do some things, situate some things, and upgrade some things. So you're about to see some new changes on the channel right now. You know what I mean? As far as these videos go and things like that. But yeah, keep doing what y'all do. Run these likes up, run them video views up, things like that. Tell a friend to come through, be part of the Smooth Gang. You already know. Much love over here. And today's story time, oh man, I got a banger for y'all. You should already know what type of time I'm on right now, you know? So let's jump right into this shit. Today's flavor, Russian cream. And I ain't talking about the backwood, Russian cream. So boom. This story time takes place a while ago, right? I'm just gonna trip y'all out. Cause this was my first experience like this, and it was kind of funny how it happened. And I was kind of encouraged to do it, so I went along with it. So yeah, boom. This was back when I was living off of Central Avenue on Cambridge Street, across the street from Extra and shit, right? My cousin used to live around the corner on Clinton, and my man I told y'all about before, G Money, he lived on Linux and shit, so everybody was around the corner from me. So I used to go around the corner and be out in front of the building with niggas out there, in front of my cousin building, or in front of little condos and shit on Clinton, right? So I was out there one day. It wasn't nobody out there except for me and my man at the time, midget nigga Joe, calling that G.I. Joe and shit, right? So boom, I was around there with him, and we was sitting outside in front of his door on his car. Well, yeah, I was sitting on the hood of his car, and he was out there doing something with his car and shit. So I asked the little nigga, I was like, yo, you want to smoke? He was like, yeah, cool, roll up. All right, bet. So I'm sitting there. I go in my pocket, pull out the bud, and I jump off the hood of the car, and I go get in the car. So I'm in the front seat. So I'm rolling up. Like I said, he's outside the car. So I got the seat laid back. So I got the seat laid back, and I rolled it up. At this time, weed was illegal. So it was definitely illegal. So, whoa, I'm sitting on my lap. Looking down, rolling up, bringing the bud up, rolling the blunt. I happened to look up because I heard him talking to somebody. And like I said, my nigga, he a midget. You know what I mean? So I just happened to hold my head up and look out the door, and I see the door open, but I don't see nobody standing there. So I guess they didn't come all the way out the door. They was in the doorway. So he was sitting on the sidewalk by his tire, and he just turned his head and was talking to the person. At this time, I didn't know that the person had stuck their head out the door and looked at me while I was like this rolling the blunt. So the nigga was like, I rolled the blunt off like, yo, the blunt rolled. Nigga, all right. So boom. He get up, he walk in the house. So when he walk in the house, I'm still sitting in his car. So I'm sitting in his car. I light the blunt. He come back out the house. He get in the car. He jump in the front seat, and he handed me a piece of paper. I'm like, what's this? He's like, somebody told me to give you this. I'm like, what? Somebody told you to give me this? Who is somebody? You just walked in the house and came right back out 5 minutes later. Like, who is somebody that gave you the paper that told you to give it to me? Like I said, I didn't see the person that was standing at the door. He was like, I really don't want to give it to you, but they told me I had to. So I'm like, they told you had to. They're like, yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Who gave you this paper? And so I just said, fuck it. And I opened the paper and looked at it. It was a phone number on the paper. So I'm like, yo, what is? He's like, when you go home to the crib, just call that number and find out. So you're not going to tell me who gave you the number. I mean, gave you this paper to give to me. And you're not going to tell me who it is. They're like, no. The name is on the paper, but like I said, I never knew. Well, I did know, but didn't know that he had a sister. Come to find out, that's who that was that gave me the number. Never really seen. I never seen his sister before, so I don't know whether she normal or she's midget like him. So I'm like, yo, what's up? He said, I really didn't want to give you the number, but she told me I had to. I gotta give it to you. I'm like, what? Yeah, she's like, she had a crush on you since high school. What? High school? I said, she didn't go to the school I went to. She's like, nah, remember that you got transferred to East Orange for that month? I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's when she seen you. I'm like, I never seen your sister, or I seen never paid her no attention. He's like, you probably did. But I'm like, I bet. Cool. He's like, yo, don't play my sister. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you don't play your sister? He's like, it ain't gonna be he said, don't play my sister if things happen between y'all two. But I doubt it because she's married. Your sister married? He's like, yeah. Her husband in there sleep now. I said, he ain't in sleep now, and she slide me the number while he in there sleep. Cool. So he's like, I'm gonna put you up on something. I'm like, what? He's the nigga leave to go to work at 11 o'clock. He don't come back home until the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that. 11 to 7 or some shit. He was working hours. So I was like, all right, bet. Cool. So I went home. I didn't call her. I didn't call her. None of that shit. But the nigga fucked around since I didn't call her. The nigga fucked around and gave her my number. And I promise you, the next day, this had to be like about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. She was like, what's up? I answered the phone like, what's up? Who this? She is like, you home? I was like, yeah. Who this? She was like, come outside. Come outside? Who this? She's like, you'll see when you come outside. All right, fuck it. I hung up the phone up, went outside, opened the door, boom. Shorty sitting in the cab talking about, come here. So I go to the cab and shit. She gave me some bread. She was like, yeah, this for you. For what? She was like, come to my crib tonight. I'm going to call you about husband leave. What? All right, cool. Come to your house around the corner right there. She's like, yeah. So boom. She calls me. She's like, what you doing? Sitting on my porch smoking. She's like, I'm about to come around the corner of your house. Come to my house? She's like, yeah. All right, I'm on the porch. 10 minutes later, I promise you, I swear to God, I lived on this block called Cambridge. And on the corner of Cambridge is Rite Aid right there. So, like I said, she lived around the corner on Clinton. Russian cream. She lived around the corner on Clinton, next door to my cousin. So she walked around the corner to my crib. So I'm sitting on the porch, I'm burning down. And something just said, look up to the corner. So I turned my head and I looked. And I'd be goddamn if the midget didn't come from out the parking lot. Like I said, when I walked up to the cab, I didn't really pay attention. I just looked at her face. And I'm like, all right, what's up? She's like, "Here, this for you." And she gave me the bread. I never looked in the cab and looked down. So I'm just looking straight at her. I never looked straight down at her feet or whatever, none of that shit. So to me, I'm standing there looking at her. I didn't notice, I didn't pay that no attention. When she came out that parking lot and turned up towards me, because I turned my head and I was hitting the blunt. And when she stepped, it was a bush, one of them tall bushes. When she stepped from behind that bush, I was hitting the blunt. And when I hit the blunt, I almost choked. I was, what the fuck? One of them type shits. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, shit. Nah, son. It's the little lady. Oh, that's crazy. Little midget. Oh, this gonna be some fun shit right here. Oh, man. So, she come up on the porch, and she stands right in front of me. Like, she came 1, 2, 3, like 34th step. She walked 34th steps. Now she's directly in front of me, in between my legs. And I'm looking at her like, what's up? She's like, I can't get a hug. I'm like, I can't even get up right now because you right here with these big ass ham hock thighs of yours in my face. So she stepped back down and I got a chance to stand up. And I promise you, when I stood up, yo, she was right here at my waist, hugging me. Like, her head was on my stomach. The rest of her body was at my waist, like, with the rest of her. Like, oh shit, this is crazy. I ain't never did this before. So I'm like, yo, this gonna be wild. Like I said, she was married. So I was like, you smoke? She's like, yeah. Come in the crib. We go in the crib and shit. We in my room, roll up, close the door, lock the shit, roll up, smoking. I turn around and she's standing there. I said, why you standing there? She's like, you didn't say I could sit down. I'm like, oh, all right, there's the chair right there, and there's the bed. But if you want to be comfortable, there's no clothes on my bed. But if you just want to chill, there's the chair. Those are my rules. Know what I mean? It's been that way for a while because of one female spoiled a whole bunch for everybody. And that's a later down the line story about that shit that was tragic to me. But yeah, I'll tell you about that shit later. This will be another random story time. But that shit was wild. But yeah, I said, there's the chair if you want to chill. There's the bed if you want to get comfortable. But there's no clothes on in my bed. So she looked at the chair. She looked at the bed. She looked at the chair. And then she sat in the chair. Cool. So I sat on the bed. I'm rolling up. Boom. And she was looking at me. She's like, why you way over there? You could sit at the foot of the bed. So I slid to the foot of the bed. I said, nah, hold up. Then I slid back to the middle of the bed. I looked at her, I said, why you way over there when you could have sat on the bed? She like, this is my first time being over here. What you expect me to get undressed? I said, that's what you came here for, right? She started smiling. I said, yeah, I know. She was like, what you know? I said, well, I know what your brother told me. You're married and that nigga an alcoholic. That's what I know so far. So she was like, yeah. I said, so what's good? We started talking this shit, blah, 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 blah. Smoked the blunt. Next thing I know, she has out oh bathroom. So she goes to the bathroom, comes back, she stripped. Oh, okay. So I'm standing there when she walked in the bathroom. I'm standing on the floor. I was brushing my hair. So when she walked in, she got her clothes folded up and she put it in the chair. So she turned around, she closed the door, turned back around. She looked at me. She's like, come here, give me a hug. So I gave her a hug. When I'm giving her a hug, she stopped me. She undid my pants, pulled my shit down, and she standing up. Like I said, she's at my waist. Gawk 3,000 on the nigga. Like, word, went in. Boop, boop, boop. Top the nigga off. Then she ran and she hopped on the bed. Tooted and booted. Up in the air. Okay. Go in the drawer, grab the condom, strap the condom on. Went to work on that little thingy thing. well, a little body, but you know how midgets are. Midgets got big butts. They got big booties. You know what I mean? So I'm going to work on this little big shit like bang, 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 bang. Yo, I promise you, she was screaming, saying all types of crazy shit, and she was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to deal with my husband no more. This is where I want to be." Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. You talking the wrong language. Wait a minute. Calm down, shorty. Slow your roll. Speak. So I stopped. Like, yo, you. She's like, what you stop for? So I'm like, listen, you saying some kind of crazy shit. I don't want to fuck up your happy home. Know what I mean? Da-da-da-da. She's like, listen, me and my husband ain't fucked in like 2 months. I pay like I wait to come get this dick. Whoa, what you mean? She's like, I'll show you better than I can tell you. Let's finish this shit up, and I'll call you when I get to the crib. And he leave. Bet. So we finished rocking out. Boom, boom, smash. Boom. Top me off some more. Went in the bathroom, washed the ass, got dressed, and she's like, come over to the porch. So I walked to the porch. And she was like, I'm gonna call you when I get to the crib. So boom. She gave me a hug. And she started smiling. She was like, boy, listen, chocolate is addictive, huh? I started laughing. I was like Snickers. And I walked off and I closed the door, went in the crib and shit, right? Then, like I said, 10 minutes later, she calls. Boom. She's like, what you want? What you mean what I want? She's like, what you want? She's like, I told you, I'll pay like I wait. What's up? What you want? I'm not thinking none of this shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever you talk about, yeah, whatever. She's like, all right, bet. I'll see you on Thursday. Fucking Thursday. This was Tuesday. So that Wednesday we smashed. And that Thursday she called me. She was in front of my house telling me, come outside. I go outside. Shorty sitting in the cab. I walk through the car door. She from here. And she took some money for herself and gave me the rest of her shit. I'm like, what's this? She's like, that's for you. Do what you want with it. I'll call you tonight when he leave. She skates off. So I go back in the crib with the money still in my hand. I go back in the crib and I'm texting Shorty. I'm like, yo, I never counted the bread. I put it on the dresser. I picked up my phone. I started texting Shorty like, yo, what is this that you just gave me? What's this for? She was like, I told you. Fuck my husband. I don't want to be with him no more. He don't do shit but drink, all that other bullshit. He ain't doing shit for me. He don't satisfy me. And what you did to me, I want that on a regular. We ain't got to be in a relationship. I just want it. All right, cool. So she was like, I'll text you later. All right, bet. So I stopped texting Shorty and I grabbed the bread. I put the bread back down. I called. I said, where did this money from? So that's my check. Yeah, check. Yeah, I just got paid. All right. Put the phone back down. I counted the bread. I promise you, it was like $500. And what I seen you separate didn't even look like it was more than $100. So you just kept that for yourself and gave me a check? Mm-mm. That ain't what's up. So when she called me, she asked me did I want to come through. All right, I'll come through. I took the money and I put it in my pocket and I went around the block. I come in the crib, boom. We go upstairs to her room and shit. Well, they room. So when I step up in the room, I see a chair there. I sit in the chair. So she like, I'll be right back. I'm about to jump in the shower right quick. Oh, all right. That's what's up. I know. When she leaves out, I'm thinking to myself, like, I know she ain't about to do what I think she about to do, or wow, she ain't got no heart. She don't care. So I take the buddy and I put it under the pillow. Boom. That's yours. I ain't take nothing out of that shit. I put all that shit back. Boom. That's yours. Not knowing that she was gonna move the fucking pillow when she came out the bathroom because some shit over there that she was looking for. She come in the bathroom. I'm out the bathroom. Move the pillow and shit. And pull the sheets back. What's this? That's your money. She's like, that's your money. You earned that. She picked it back up. She folded that shit in half. She walked up on me and she put that shit in my pants pocket like, yeah, that's you. There's more where that came from. What? She said, your birthday coming up, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what you want? Nothing. I'm good. Oh, you want something. You gonna tell me. Oh, so she's like, you ready? Ready for what? She's like, what you think I called you right here for? You know what you're here for? Yeah. This y'all shit. Nigga, if you don't get up and give me this dick, what's up? I'm like, oh, okay. Get up. Like, you got a condom? Yeah, I do. Oh, she gave me the condom, strapped up. Went to Pound Town on shorty. Boom, 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 boom. Did not know her brother was home. This nigga, when I came out that room after I was done, like around about 1:30, got there like about 11:30, quarter to 12. She didn't waste no time. That nigga left at 11. When then he jumped in that motherfucking ride to leave, she called the nigga. Boom. So when I came out the room to leave, he was coming up the stairs from the kitchen. He had his plate in his hand. He was like, for real, bro? Come on, cuz. At my house, I heard that shit, yo. You ain't, I thought it was that nigga. I ain't know it was you. Come on, cuz. What? My sister, yo. I knew I shouldn't have gave you that number. He was hot. Little nigga was mad. He walks in the room. Boom. Close the door. She like, don't pay that nigga no attention. I'm grown. I do what I want to do. So, I'll go downstairs. She walked me to the door. All I can see is this. So I gave her a little ass a hug. Boom. And I got up out of there. But yo, it's your boy Mr. Smooth 152, aka the Shooter. Until next time, holla at your boy. I'm gone.